You know that feeling, staring at a blinking cursor on a blank screen, just completely dreading writing your academic paper? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling one of the most notoriously intimidating sections of any research project. Think of this as your ultimate cheat code. By the end of our time together, you're going to have a foolproof blueprint for proving exactly why your research absolutely matters. Because it really all boils down to this one simple, but let's be honest, utterly terrifying question: why is this study important? It's the hurdle every single researcher has to clear if they want to avoid the dreaded reviewer 2. I mean, you've spent months poring over a topic, right? But if you can't articulate why anyone should care, all that hard work just risks being dismissed. So, overcoming that fear and answering this question with absolute confidence, that's exactly what we're focusing on today. So, here's our game plan. First, why your research matters. Second, the 4-step formula. Third, a real-world example. Fourth, crucial do's and don'ts. And finally, number 5, the ultimate pro tip. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, why your research matters. Defining the core. Before we actually build our paragraph, we need to know exactly what we're building. So, the significance of the study. It's basically the section of your paper that explicitly explains why your research matters and who's going to benefit from it. It's the bridge between your abstract academic idea and its actual real-world value. Without it, well, your research is kind of just an exercise in isolation. But with it, your research becomes a tool for real impact. Now, a truly strong significant section rests on 4 main pillars. It needs to clearly explain the value of the research, explicitly identify the beneficiaries, show exactly how the study contributes to knowledge, practice, or society, and, this is a big one, it absolutely must connect directly back to your specific research problem. Keep these 4 pillars in mind because they are literally the foundation for the formula we're about to explore. All right, part 2. The 4-step formula, your cheat code. If you've ever suffered from writer's block, this is the cure. This simple 4-step chronological progression transforms a blank page into a highly persuasive argument. Step 1. Start with the broad importance of the topic. Step 2. Identify the specific beneficiaries. Step 3. Explain precisely how this specific groups benefit. And Step 4. Conclude with the study's overall contribution to the field. Honestly, it's just incredibly logical. Now, if you had a wall on Step 2, identifying those beneficiaries, here's a ready-made toolkit of the usual suspects. Depending on your topic, your research might help students, teachers, parents, schools, researchers, policymakers, or even entire communities. Basically, just ask yourself, who actually has a stake in the problem I'm solving? So the crucial point here is this almost mathematical formula. Importance leads to beneficiaries, which leads to specific benefits, ultimately culminating in your contribution to future research. Follow this flow, and your writing is going to naturally be coherent and super persuasive. Moving right along to part 3, a real-world example, deconstructing the blueprint. Let's actually see this formula in action. To anchor things, let's look at this sample research topic: effects of social media on academic performance of senior high school students. It's a very common, highly relevant topic. Let's see how the formula breaks it down. Check out this opening sentence. See how it perfectly hits Step 1? It briefly explains why the research problem is important right now. It highlights the growing integration of social media and establishes this immediate, essential need to understand its influence. It sets the stage beautifully. And then it brilliantly tackles Steps 2 and 3. Notice how the writer doesn't just list the beneficiaries. They tie each group to a very specific, practical benefit. Students benefit by learning responsible time management. Teachers can develop productive strategies. Parents can provide proper guidance. And schools can create balanced tech policies. It proves real tangible value for every single distinct group. Finally, here is how the example lands the plane with Step 4. It explicitly states the future contribution to the existing body of knowledge and directly invites other researchers to use it as a reference for related investigations. Just a super clean way to wrap up the paragraph. Okay, part 4, crucial do's and don'ts, rules of the road. Because even with a great blueprint, it is incredibly easy to take a wrong turn. First up, an absolutely crucial distinction. Do be highly specific about the benefits, just like we saw in that social media example. Don't just write a grocery list of beneficiaries without explaining why they actually benefit. Merely naming people, that doesn't prove your research has any real value to them. Next, do ensure everything you write connects directly back to your specific research problem. And don't make sweeping, overly broad claims or write down entirely unrelated benefits. You have to stay laser focused on the exact problem you actually set out to study. Keep it realistic, you know? If you're still feeling a bit stuck staring at that blank page, here are some incredibly useful, ready-to-use sentence starters. Simply dropping in phrases like, the findings of this study may help, or the results of this research may provide, can immediately get the gears turning and help you overcome that initial hesitation. Now, what's really interesting is this next part. Part 5, the ultimate pro tip, moving from weak to strong. This is the final layer of academic polish. Look at the stark contrast here between a weak effort and a strong one. A weak significance makes lazy claims like, this study is important to everyone. Listen, in academic writing, everyone basically means no one. A strong significance, on the other hand, does the heavy lifting. It explains exactly why it's important and precisely how specific people benefit. So, to summarize our ultimate goal today, the best significance of the study is specific, it's intensely practical, it stays tightly connected to the actual study at hand, and above all, it's focused on real impact. You want your reader, or let's be real, the professor grading your paper, nodding along, completely convinced that your work matters. And just as a quick reminder, all these rules, that incredible 4-step formula, and those handy sentence starters are perfectly summarized in this source guide. It is an absolute must-have toolkit to keep open whenever you sit down to write. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on as you get back to your own research projects. Is your study just vaguely important to everyone, or have you done the actual work to prove it has a real, targeted, and measurable impact? Take this blueprint, apply it to your writing, and go show the world exactly why your research matters. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy writing.